Morning. Hi, I'm Claire Newman. I started in real estate after about 8 years at Nordstrom, where I was a corporate hack and wanted to get out of working on a team and working more with a group of people, but on an individual basis. And I felt like real estate was the epitome of all of the strengths that I have. I knew it was a relationship-based business model, and I have a lot of good friends. I'm from here, I have a great sphere, I'm good at math, and I felt like it would be good, finite relationships that are kind of intense, and I'm good at that.
Why did you join Windermere Baker?
That was a very specific, I only wanted in that office. And the reason why was a few weeks prior, my husband and I had walked down to the Arc Lodge Cinema here in Columbia City, and we watched An Inconvenient Truth. And we left that movie absolutely hell-bent on finding ways to reduce our carbon footprint. I had been driving every day to downtown, to Nordstrom. We had kids at that point, and I felt like I needed to be able to get to them in the event of illness. But that was a big carbon footprint, and I wanted to never have to commute to work again. And I also met Rhonda Smith, who had been at our office at the time, and she was a mutual friend of one of my very dear friends, and asked me to come down and meet her, and we just got on so beautifully, and I just felt a really intense connection with the office, and like, what a bunch of misfits that I blend in with, because I too am a misfit. And I just felt really at ease there immediately, and I didn't even know anyone. But I do feel like even though Windermere doesn't have the inverted pyramid, I feel like even though Joe is at the top, he is there to support us, and we are there to support our clients, which really kind of makes him, you know, the bottom of the pyramid, and us in the center, and then our clients at the top. I was asked by some clients, some newer clients, who are the mother of past clients, to come and check out a house that they wanted to look at in Everett. Now, this client lives in California and wasn't going to be coming up to take a look at this house. So her daughter is my past client and now friend, which all of my clients are now my friends. So I call her and I say, hey, do you want to run up to Everett? There's a house that your mom wants to see. So I scoot over, scoop her, we go up to Everett, and this house is so darling, and I had an appointment, knock on the door, because I can see that the seller is still there. And the seller is getting his beautiful children out of the house, and you know, I say hello, and we go in, and turns out this is the right house for this client. I call her back and I say, hey, we need to move on this house, offers are due in 3 days. Let's see if we can get an inspection. She says, I think that's a great idea. See if you can set up an inspection and a sewer scope for the next day. I'm on it. So the next day, have an inspection at 10:30, have an appointment. I get there early because I'm chronically early, and the seller is still there, and he is just not getting his stuff out of the house yet. So I say, all right, you know, let's chat for a little bit. And I say, hey, listen, we're going to be doing a sewer scope tomorrow at 9:30. I wanted to let you know because you probably don't want to be here for that. And he said, oh man, you know, that's good that you're doing a sewer scope. I have this buddy down in Seattle, and you know, he had a sewer scope, and turns out that, you know, his was just absolute garbage. And I said, oh, that's the thing of nightmares. I said, it's every agent's worst nightmare. I said, who's your friend? And he said, Joey. And he dropped a last name, and I said, well, that turns out that's my accountant. I sold him that house. We did have a sewer scope, and that's how we found out that sewer was completely collapsed. And it turned into, you know, the sellers had to redo the entire driveway that they had just paved. They had to redo the whole sewer line, and it ended up being fine. But what a small world, all the way up in Everett. It is 1 degree of separation here in Seattle, turns out, not 6. Yeah. Happy 40th anniversary, Windermere Baker. I love you.